Hey, you. If you guys are new here, my name is Jay and I have been day trading for the past 6 years. I started in 2019. And yesterday I was thinking about my relationship with money and how it has changed in the past 6 years, even before I started trading. So if you guys don't know me, I started working professionally in 2017. I moved to Australia in 2016, and then for the first few months, I was not able to find a job. In 2017, I finally found a job, and I remember this one time, I had to go to my interview, and I only had $2 in my bank account. So to get to the interview, I needed money because to pay for the public transport, the trains and trams and everything. So I had to borrow money from a friend of mine just to get to the interview. So whatever money I have made as an adult is through my own hard work in the past 6 years, and my life in the past 9 years actually, since 2017. And my life has changed a lot, and my relationship with money also has changed a lot. So when I think about money, I can divide my relationship with money in 3 phases. The first phase is gonna be before I started trading and when I was losing money trading. Second phase is gonna be when I started making money from trading. Now I'm in my phase 3, which is not the best. It's better than phase 1 and 2 because it helps me grow. But I'm eventually looking forward to getting into that phase 4 of my money, and then maybe in the next 5 years, phase 5 as well. I don't know yet. So let's start with phase 1. In phase 1, because I don't come from money, when I started making money, I started saving a lot because I know like money is very important, and I started saving every single dollar I could make. But saying that, I was still stupid. I was still a very young guy, started working eventually because I don't come from money. I started making a bit of money. I made some stupid decision. One thing I remember is that I bought the iPhone 10. I think iPhone 10 was released in 2018 or 17. Don't quote me on that. But that year, I waited in line. I took an off from work. I waited in line outside the Apple store to get that iPhone. But that's not the point. The point is that I remember that iPhone was $1,829, 1,800. It was in 1800s Australian dollars. And back then, my salary, I was making $2,800 a month. I had to pay $850, $800 in rent as well after the expenses, food expenses and everything. So I remember I spent the next 6 months paying for that iPhone, which was a stupid decision. I would never do that again. So yes, I made a few stupid decisions, but I remember that I was not very stupid with money. I was still saving a lot of money because eventually when I started trading in 2019, between 2017 and 2019, I switched 2 or 3 jobs because my first job was, I think, for the first 2 years, and then 6 months, and then 6 months to increase my salary. Because if you're stuck at the same job, you will get like maybe 8 to 10% increment. But if you keep switching jobs, a pro tip, especially early in your career, once you get some experience. My first job, I worked there for 2 years, 1.5 years approximately, got the experience, applied for a new job. My salary went from $40,000 annually to $55,000. Then the third job, it went from $55,000 to $70,000. So that's how you jump. Had I stuck at my first job for 3 or 4 years, my salary would have been like $45,000, $48,000, but I took a jump from 40 to 70 in a matter of 3 years. And in 2019 was the first time I found trading. I was like, okay, day trading is a thing. I bought my first book, How to Day Trade for a Living, from Andrew Aziz. He's a good friend of mine as well now, a really good author. I bought that book and I started trading in 2019. So within the first 6 to 8 months of my trading journey, I lost approximately, so now we are switching from Australian dollars to USD because it's easier because I trade in the US stock market. I remember for the first 7-8 months, I lost approximately $10,000 in trading losses. And then I spent another $4,000 to $5,000 on my trading courses. So that is approximately $14,000 to $15,000 USD, which turns out to be around 20, back then maybe around $23,000 AUD, because at the moment it's 1.6 times. But I was able to invest that much amount of money in trading because I was frugal. From 2017 to 2019, I was saving money and I had approximately $15,000 to $20,000. And when I was losing money, I was still working at the full-time job. So this was the first phase of my relationship with money. Very frugal, yes, made a few stupid decisions, learned from them, and I don't make those same mistakes again. And especially if you guys are new here, I would highly recommend you guys to watch my trading journey video because I posted that video 1 or 2 years ago. It's the best performance performing video of this channel until this day. And whenever I feel defeated, I feel demotivated, or I face a big trading loss, I actually go back and watch that video myself because it motivates me a lot as well. So if you're a day trader and if you're thinking of quitting, or if you're not able to make it work, I would highly recommend you guys to go and watch that video. I'm going to make sure to link that video in the description box below and towards the end of this video. And the one thing I mentioned in that video is that I was in Australia, which was good for me because I could work in the morning. I had a full-time job in the morning and I was trading at night because the US market in Australia opens at midnight in Australia. Depending on daylight savings, it's between 11:30 or 1:30 a.m. At the worst, like, it's going to be 1:30 a.m. because Australia also switches time and US also switches time. So I was going through 4 different time changes in a year, which was messed up for my sleep as well. But I was pretty young back then. I can't do it now because I want my sleep. And that's why sleep is very important, because back in Australia, working at full-time job in the morning, trading at night. So basically I was making $200 in the morning, losing $100 at night trading. And that was my life for the first 7-8 months of my trading journey. And that's why when I moved to Dubai, my sleep is very important to me. I need my 8 hours of sleep. Doesn't matter what, I don't care about the world. I'm going to try my best to get my 8 hours of sleep every single night. And that is why when you don't have anything in your life, you start appreciating it even more when you eventually get it. And that is sleep for me. And now in 2019, because I was losing money from trading, I became even more frugal now because I did not have any money. And then I remember at my job when I was making money, and especially after a red day in trading, I never used to eat out. I don't remember going to a fancy restaurant for the first 3 or 4 years of my life when I started making money. And not even fancy, like even for McDonald's, I used to go for the cheapest burger because I remember in 2019 and 20, early 2020, I used to check the McDonald's app in Australia, and they used to have this burger, chicken and cheese sometimes for $2.95. And once in a week, I'm going to see that offer, and that was exciting for me. Then in my lunch break from my job, I used to drive to McDonald's, take the burger, drive through, sit there, park my car, sit there, have that burger, watch some Netflix, and that was eating out for me basically. So I was saving every single dollar I could to fund my trading. Eventually that paid off, so I don't blame myself for it. So that was basically the first phase of my relationship with money. Very frugal, losing money, lost my savings in trading, and then I was just whatever I was making at my job in the morning, I was losing at night. So that was the first phase. Now comes the second phase. Starting 2020, we had the COVID market. It was actually a bit easy to make money back then, but also before that, I had a bit of experience because I started in 2019. So I can say that I was at the right place at the right time because I had a bit of experience, and in the COVID market, I was able to capitalize, find my strategy, and that strategy is still working in the current market. I keep switching my strategy. It's not the same strategy, but I found consistency in 2020. So yeah, I was at the right place at the right time, because if you start now, it's not like it's impossible, but 2020 market was something else because it was very easy to trade breakouts in 2020. And that started the phase 2 of my relationship with money. So I started making money from trading. I remember my first green month was in February 2020. I made, I think, $2,000 or $3,000, something like that. From that to April, just after 2 months, I made $18,000 from trading. So market just was making high of the days, was breaking high of the days. I remember I was just scalping Amazon every single high of the day, making $2,000, $3,000 a day. I remember in April, I made $18,000 from trading. So a guy who was not spending money, who was very frugal, and you give him $18,000 a month, that was approximately my yearly salary from like 2 years before that. I started spending money. I started spending money on eating out. I started spending money on designer clothes. I started spending money on shoes. Even more than clothes, I don't like wearing fancy clothing. I just don't want to be a billboard of Gucci or Guess or whatever. I don't like that. Louis Vuitton especially, because you are just a walking billboard of that brand, and I don't like it personally. But I like good shoes, and I bought like a few good shoes back then. $700, $1,000, pretty expensive shoes. So making that much amount of money has its pros and cons. Pros were like, yes, I was able to spend money, but the con was like, it messed up my relationship with money because I was coming from a job. I had a labor mindset. I'm used to making $3,000 or $4,000 every single month to now making $18,000 a month. And then in my head, I was expecting the same thing every single month, and it's not going to happen in trading. So yes, I was increasing my expenses, but in trading, some months you're going to make $18,000, some months you're going to lose $10,000, some months you're going to make $5,000. So your income is inconsistent in trading. And that's what I realized, and that kind of fucked up my relationship with money. I know a lot of traders are in the same boat. Whenever you make a lot of money, you like spending a lot. Whenever you lose money, you're like, okay, I'm not eating out. I'm not doing this. I'm not buying this. One day you were thinking of buying maybe something on Amazon, right? You have that in your cart. You're like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to make money from trading and I'm going to buy this. And if in case you lose money tomorrow, delete from the cart. That's what used to happen with me in 2020 and 2021. And in the same phase, when you find consistency, the next step is to size up, because yes, you're going to find consistency once, but for you found consistency, the idea of sizing up is going to be with you forever. Until, like, for me, I like to size up. I like to test my limits, because a lot of traders are like, I'm going to risk $500 a trade for the rest of my life and I'm able to make good amount of money from trading. For me, yes, I'm making good amount of money from trading. I can sustain a lifestyle, but I just want to test my limits. Like, that's the beauty of life. You want to keep growing. You want to keep learning more. It's not like I'm not happy at the moment. I'm really happy, but I just want to keep striving for more. Having goals is good. We are meant, as humans, we are meant to have goals, and that's what I do. I just want to keep sizing up and test my limits. Eventually, I don't know where I'm going to end up, but it's all about being a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday, and that's my goal. So that was phase 2 of my relationship with money. Yes, I got a lot of money, but huge swings in spending habits. Whenever I used to make money from trading, spend a lot of money. Whenever I used to lose money in trading, I'm going to get back to my $2.95 burger habits, which is not healthy, right? This is not healthy. And now comes the phase 3 of my relationship with money. I'm pretty sure if you guys have been trading for a while, and if you guys just started making money, you guys will relate with my phase 1 and phase 2. And if you're inconsistent, you guys will relate more with my phase 1. And if you have been trading for a few years and you have found consistency for the past few years, you will now relate with my phase 3, because I'm pretty sure every trader goes through these cycles. So at the moment, I'm in the phase 3 of my relationship with money. I don't think about spending on convenience things, on eating out. I don't have to do that anymore, because eating out maybe once in a week, once in a month won't affect me in any shape or form. Back in phase 2 and phase 1, it used to affect me because I was losing money. In phase 2, I had huge swings in my spending habits. But now, whatever money I'm making, yes, I can afford to eat out without even thinking about it, because if you have to think about that, okay, I need $100 to eat out, you can't afford it. For me at this point, yes, I don't have to think about that. If I want to go for a trip, I don't have to think about that. Paying my bills, definitely not. I don't have to think about that. Paying my rent, don't have to think about that, right? So these are the convenience things in phase 3 that I'm happy, like everything is at auto pay, right? My bills are at auto pay. I know I'm gonna have money in my bank account to pay for all the convenience and the lifestyle things I have at the moment. So in this phase, life is good, but as I mentioned, I'm striving for better. I don't wanna be a trader who wants to risk $500 every single trade. I just wanna keep growing and test my limits. And if you guys have been following me on YouTube, you guys know me, like I go aggressive. When I'm green, I go really aggressive. If you guys watch my first ever video on my trading journey on YouTube, it's gonna be like how I made $90 in 15 minutes, and you guys have seen me make $40,000, $20,000, more recently $35,000. So yeah, I like testing my limits and I'm gonna do this. That's my nature, right? I'm not a defensive person, but in trading, you have to be defensive when you're losing money, and I'm good with doing that. But my personality is to, like, whenever, because some people, it's like in an F1 car, not F1 car, but if you're racing a car or something, when you step your foot on the gas and it's going good, you just stay there. For me, if I step my foot on the gas and life is going good, the car is going good, I'm feeling the car, I'm in the zone, I'm gonna step it even further. That's just my personality. But once in a while, you will have big losses in trading. You will have to remove your foot from the gas. I never press the brakes, but you will have to remove your foot from the gas, slow down a bit, get back in the zone, and step your foot again. And that's my personality and that's my nature, and I have made my peace with it. So now in this phase of my relationship with money, I can't have the phase 1 mindset because it won't allow me to risk more money. I can't risk $2.95 to make $10,000 from trading. So phase 1 mindset had to go. Also, when I make $10,000 from trading, I can't spend it all. So phase 2 mindset also had to go. So in phase 3, I'm happy spending 10 to 15% of the money I make. Honestly, I don't even spend that much. I have my investments in the stock market, in the property market. So I know even if I don't make money for the next few months, for maybe even the next few years, I'm going to have the same lifestyle. So phase 3 is good, but it's not the best because I still face issues with my frugality mindset, and I'm currently working on that mindset. So coming to that, I actually made this video because I bought something yesterday. I'm going to show you. I bought these shoes yesterday, right? These were like, I think $800 USD approximately. So Now, I was like, I have bought expensive shoe. Like, this is not affecting me now anyhow. I got them delivered yesterday and today I don't even feel anything. Like, did I spend money? Yes. Is it affecting me a lot? No. And then I realized that I have spent money on shoes because, as I mentioned, I don't like clothing that has brands all over you. Like, you are the walking billboard of the brand. I don't like that. Free advertisement for other brands. So yeah, shoes are still okay. Like, if I have a normal attire, like a normal black t-shirt, black pants, like I like wearing black, and just like shoe is the highlight. And then I remember that this is the first time since 2021 I have actually spent more than $500 buying something on myself. I mean, yes, you can exclude the iPad and iPhone and the cameras I buy because I can write these off as business expenses because I make YouTube videos for you guys. I buy a lot of tech, but that is again something that I use. Every single thing I buy, I use it for making videos or for trading as well. So that can be marked off as a business expense. But a stupid expense like this, I haven't done this since 2021. And when I bought a few pairs of expensive shoes in 2021, it actually used to affect me. Like if I spent $1,000 on a shoe, it used to affect me financially. I used to think about that shoe and that expense for the next few weeks. Now at this stage, after 4 years, my net worth or whatever money I have is like 10 times or 15 times to what I had in 2021. I'm like, it's not affecting me now. So why don't I gift myself? Why don't I spoil myself a bit more? Because I was like, whenever I think about this a lot. Whenever I'm going to have a 100K day, I have had 47K, 50K day, but not 100K day. So that is a milestone I have in my mind. I'm going to try to achieve that this year. But whenever I have it, if not this year, next year, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Whenever it happens, I want to gift myself something. I want to spoil myself a bit. I was like, okay, I just like wearing my Apple Watch, so I'm not a watch guy. Yes, I might buy a Rolex or AP or whatever, but I'm not going to wear it. Most likely, I'm going to stick with my Apple Watch. I might still get it as a symbol of achievement, of achieving something. I might get a jewelry. I'm a big fan of like bracelets from Cartier or something. I might get that. So the thing is, at this moment in my phase 3, I'm just not comfortable spending money on myself. Yes, I'm going to buy like Nike shoes, running shoes, slippers or whatever, like normal stuff. But buying something stupid, like this is stupid. I can live without this. It's not like I need it. Running shoes, yes, I need those shoes. But this is want. And I don't spend any money on wants recently in my phase 3. So that is something I'm working on because it's okay to gift yourself something stupid once in a while. And that is something I'm working on because especially what happened in my personal life in the past 2 or 3 years since 2022, I was personally a bit anxious. I was depressed as well in a phase of life, not because of trading, but what was happening personally in my life. So I just stopped buying anything. I was like, okay, it's not going to make me happy. It's not going to make me happy. But now it's okay. It's okay to spoil yourself once in a while. So I might make a follow-up video in the next few months, ideally in the next few years, talking about phase 4 of my relationship with money. So yeah, especially if it's not affecting the money you have, it's not affecting your lifestyle, it's okay to buy stupid things. And now in phase 3, that's what happened with me. And now I'm working towards phase 4. Being a better version of myself, gifting myself a few stupid things, being okay with spending more money because especially in trading, I can risk $5,000 without any issues, no issues at all. But if I want to spend $5,000, I won't do it. I won't do it. So that's not healthy. And also like at the moment, it's going to be different for you guys. Like for example, if your net worth or whatever money you have in your bank account, your investments is like $10,000, be okay with spending $100, something like that. If you have $1 million, be okay with spending $1,000, right? So it comes in phases. At the moment, $1,000, $500, it's not affecting me a lot. So it's okay to buy stupid things. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below if you guys could relate with any of these phrases. I'm pretty sure you guys must be able to relate, especially with the phase 2, because when you start making money from trading, you want to spend a lot. And then when you lose money, you are like, okay, I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. We are downgrading or whatever. So let me know in the comment section below. If you guys are new, subscribe to my channel for a lot more content on day trading. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Before you go, watch this video on my trading journey and watch this video on my 100K strategy.